Imagine having predicted the presidency of Donald Trump years before it happened. And that too, by one of the most popular American sitcom cartoons, The Simpsons. For over 3 decades, The Simpsons has not only entertained audiences worldwide with its humor and wit, but has also gained a reputation for its ability to predict future events. From technological advancements to political outcomes, the show's writers seem to possess a deep insight into the trajectory of society. With past forecasts ranging from the eerily accurate to the wildly improbable, anticipation is high for what twists of fate the iconic Yellow family may foretell in the coming year. And as we step into the year 2024, speculation is rife among fans and commentators alike about what predictions The Simpsons might have in store for us this time. So, how does a cartoon from 1989 keep forecasting future events? And what else does The Simpsons foresee for 2024? If you want the answers to these questions, stick around till the end of the video. Time and again, The Simpsons has astonished viewers with its ability to foresee future occurrences, often leaving audiences both amused and bewildered by the accuracy of its prophecies. For instance, in 2002, The Simpsons aired an episode showing Donald Trump becoming President of the United States. Then in 2016, Donald Trump did indeed become the president. It's a prediction that is so spot on that it cannot be just a mere coincidence. And that is not the only time The Simpsons predicted the future. From technological innovations such as smartwatches and video chatting, which were depicted in episodes long before they became commonplace in our lives, to more improbable forecasts like Disney acquiring 20th Century Fox, the show has established itself as a cultural touchstone for those fascinated by this strange phenomenon. So, let's look at some of the craziest predictions for 2024 that you should know. Technological advancements. Did you know that The Simpsons predicted the Apple Vision Pro? An episode called Friends and Family from 2016 foreshadowed that there would come a time when people would be walking around with VR goggles on their heads, perfectly setting up the whole idea behind Apple's latest tech offering. In the episode, Mr. Burns releases a virtual reality device to the public, which causes chaos in Springfield. While the episode may feel like a parody of VR headsets, the uncanny similarity the device has with the Apple Vision Pro is too eerie to ignore. Then in the episode Bart to the Future, it was shown that people would receive holographic mail in the future. While this is a common trope in many sci-fi movies, we think The Simpsons are onto something. Hologram technology has come a long way and is being utilized in many tech companies. Matsuko, a leading holographic communications company, has teamed up with T-Mobile, Vodafone, Orange, etc. to develop technology that will allow users to make 3D calls. Another great example of this is Hatsune Miku, a Japanese pop star who has been using hologram technology for several years now to bring their animated avatar to life in all their stage performances. Since we are talking about the episode Bart to the Future, another interesting prediction the show makes is about the adoption of autonomous cars. In the episode, Lisa's fiancé, Hugh Parkfield, picks Bart up from the airport in his car, which navigates itself without the need for human input. This idea is on the verge of becoming true as well, since autonomous vehicles are no longer confined to the realm of fiction. Companies like Tesla and other EV manufacturers are actively testing autonomous vehicle technology, with some already offering limited autonomous features in their vehicles. So, this is another prediction The Simpsons were spot on about. In 1995, The Simpsons aired an episode called Bart vs. Australia, where Bart receives a prank call from a young boy in Australia, leading him to retaliate in his typical mischievous fashion. As a result, the Australian government deploys a fleet of helicopters to capture Bart and bring him to justice. However, instead of conventional helicopters, the vehicles depicted in the episode resemble modern-day drones, complete with propellers and surveillance cameras. At the time of the episode's airing, the concept of drones was still largely confined to military applications and experimental projects. However, over the past 2 decades, drones have become a lot more accessible. Today, drones are utilized for a wide range of purposes, from aerial photography and filmmaking to agriculture, infrastructure inspection, and search and rescue operations. Companies like Amazon and UPS are exploring the use of drones for package delivery, while tech giants like Google and Facebook are developing solar-powered drones to expand internet access to remote areas. Another major prediction can be found in Season 3, Episode 24, titled, "Brother, Can You Spare Two Dimes?" which aired in 1992. Homer's half-brother, Herb Powell, a successful entrepreneur, unveils a device capable of translating baby gibberish into comprehensible language. At the time, the notion of a baby translator was pure fantasy, a comedic device used to drive the plot of the episode. However, fast forward to the present day, and the idea doesn't seem quite as far-fetched as it once did. While we may not yet have a device that can perfectly decode the babbling of infants, recent advancements in technology and our understanding of language development suggest that such a concept may not be as implausible as it once seemed. While the device ultimately meets a comically disastrous fate in the episode, its underlying premise raises intriguing questions about the potential real-world applications of such technology. Do you think we will see the availability of such technology in 2024? Let us know in the comments section below. Global changes. In an episode of The Simpsons, it was shown that Homer, an ordinary everyday man, joined a couple of astronauts and went to space with them. The episode was aired decades ago, in the 5th season of the show. Yet it feels like we are so close to realizing that dream. Though many laughed at the ridiculous premise of the episode, commercial space flights are slowly becoming a reality where people like Homer can now visit space. Moreover, The Simpsons went a step further and also predicted that there would be big private companies that would monopolize the space travel industry. Is it just us, or does that remind you of SpaceX? Environmental disasters are pretty commonplace in Springfield. Every now and then there is a huge calamity in the world of The Simpsons where the characters have to figure out a way to survive. One episode in particular that stands out is where Springfield is covered by a thick fog of pollution, causing everyone to freak out. Not only is the episode a stark reminder of our current-day situation, but it also sets the stage for what might happen if we don't get our acts together. Similarly, another episode depicts a heat wave so severe that the whole of Springfield has a massive meltdown. This can be seen in today's weather reports as well, due to the record-breaking temperatures hitting every part of the world. Do you think the writers of The Simpsons knew something like this would eventually happen? The Simpsons also love to play around with the idea of a female-led administration. In many of its episodes, the show portrayed Lisa being a woman in power and, at times, even the president. Though the closest female president we got to see was Hillary Clinton, we cannot completely disprove that The Simpsons are wrong on this claim. These predictions may seem prescient, but often they mirror ongoing societal discussions, reflecting deeper insights into potential futures. With that said, we will likely have to wait a while before we are introduced to our first female president. Cryptocurrency has significantly shifted the dynamics of finance in our world. So would you be surprised to know that The Simpsons has also predicted the emergence of crypto? There was an episode where it was shown that Lisa's future boyfriend would be a cryptocurrency enthusiast. In that future, cryptocurrency had taken over the world just like how Bitcoin and Ethereum have. However, The Simpsons didn't just hint at the existence of cryptocurrency, they highlighted its potential to turn the economic world upside down. The show also portrayed the prevalence of crypto ATMs. With the popularity of these ATMs growing, we don't think it will be too long before we see a future similar to the one in the show. And since we are talking about Lisa, the episode titled Lisa the Vegetarian explores the concept of vegetarianism, where Lisa decides to adopt a plant-based diet after a life-changing experience at a petting zoo. During the time of the episode's airing, vegetarianism was still considered a niche lifestyle choice, often associated with fringe movements and countercultural trends. However, in the years since, plant-based diets have gained widespread popularity and recognition for their health, environmental, and ethical benefits. Today, plant-based diets have become increasingly mainstream, with a growing number of people embracing vegetarianism, veganism, and other plant-centric eating patterns. Factors such as health concerns, environmental awareness, and animal welfare considerations have fueled this shift, leading to a surge in demand for plant-based alternatives. And in 2024, this trend has reached an all-time high, as many people are turning toward plant-based diets instead of traditional animal-based foods. How does The Simpsons keep predicting the future? At a glance, it seems like the writers of The Simpsons have a magic crystal ball that unveils all future events to them. but we are doubtful that such magical objects exist. So, how are they making these predictions so accurately? Well, the answer is, they aren't. The writers of the show usually take inspiration from current-day events and then elevate them to ridiculous proportions. That is the core formula of every sitcom. The writers of The Simpsons may appear to be predicting future events, but in reality, they are constructing satiric outcomes that mock society's stupidity by exaggerating it. In other words, the Simpson family isn't predicting the future. Our modern society is simply racing the Simpsons to see who can present the dumbest possible outcome for humanity. So when the outcomes of the show and reality match up, it's not a matter of peeking into the future, but rather genius writing that closely mimics our world. If you enjoyed our take on The Simpsons predictions for 2024 and how the show can always get them right, hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. And let us know what you think in the comments below. See you next time.